Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be talking about the teams you can try to run to execute the Lone Gaze boss today. He is executable on epic difficulty and I've moved on to hell mode on my account. However, hell mode is extremely difficult and it's really funny, the optimal team for hell mode is using Sinbad in order to get a higher damage, but either way, we're going to talk about the teams. There are basically two teams I want to show you today. One is a Lena team, and then one is a Shakir Odi team. So first of all, I'll show you the Shakir Odi team because maybe more people might have these heroes built up on their account. And I'm going to have to show you the formation replay because we will not be able to attack again on that epic difficulty. Okay, so here's the team that I was running. And even with this team, I had to do, I think, 3 attempts before I was able to execute it. So this is not going to be easy to execute today. You're going to need high investment, like Odi probably plus 15 exclusive equipment. And as you can tell, we have epic charms on all of our heroes. But this is the formation to run. Basically, Rainier will position swap Odi into the front and give the attack buff to him from his charms. Mikola will be buffing up the Odi along with Shakir as well, providing them damage reduction and haste. And Coco will try to keep your team alive for as long as possible. The thing about the Lone Gaze is that he's going to kill off your Rainier in the back no matter what you do. Assuming you don't have a Smokey and a Thorn to Soul Pack protect him, which we can't afford to run. In this team, we'll miss out on too much damage. So Rainier is going to die. It is just about Coco delaying the inevitable and preventing Rainier from dying as quickly as possible, and then hopefully we'll be able to get off enough damage during that period of time. Because the Lone Gaze, he'll get a stack of buffs whenever he gets a kill on one of your heroes, increasing his defenses by 20% I believe, and also increasing his haste to increase his damage. But already we're at 72% of the boss's health, 33 seconds left when Rainier goes down. And now Coco, nice, she took that hit really well from the damage reduction from her ultimate. But the shielding from the Mythic Plus of Coco is going to be also really important for this. Now she's going to go down to the Purple Wolf summons, and it's just about, can we get off that extra bit of damage, which we were able to do, and get the execution at around 92% of the boss's health. And of course, Odi deals the most damage, but Mikola actually deals a lot of damage in Lone Gaze because her Combat Fury she applies to her allies. When the boss is in melee range to all of your team, then all of your allies who are buffed up with the Combat Fury are going to be burning the boss every second. And that's going to be applying on Shakir, Mikola, and Odi. Coco and Rainier are too far away, so they're not going to be activating it, but the other ones are. So that is a team you're going to want to run for the epic difficulty. Now, if you want to run a Lena version, for example, maybe you have Lena built up, this is also going to be a great team to run. So he managed to get the kill with Lena. And Kruger is the best ally for Lena because Kruger will provide physical defense debuffs to increase damage from all physical sources like Lena. Coco for the damage reduction. Mikola again for the same haste buff for her team, and also the honor arena giving control of that is going to give your team the attack buff of 20%. And Rainier with the epic charms probably going to attack position swap the Lena to give the attack buff to her. Okay, and Tide Call Spell, interesting. Interesting choice of Tide Call Spell. I wonder, is that better than Resonating Spell? Anyway, I can see how it can be really good in this, because if you get the proper timing or the perfect timing of that Tide Call activation, then the debuff can keep your team actually alive for longer. Let's take a look at this. So Rainier survives this first one. Now, will it be possible for Rainier to survive the next attack of the Purple Wolves? If he can survive that, then it's all thanks to Tide Call. But look at this. Already almost 80% of the boss's health before 45 seconds left. This is bursting down the boss way faster than Odi. So Lena I think is a safer way to execute the boss. There's no execution, which is the issue because we're not running Odi here. But Lena's damage in the first few seconds is massive. Coco is not even dead yet, and already 96% of the boss's health. Tide Call spell activation at I guess it seemed like a pretty good time. 11 seconds left. Now Coco goes down. Yeah, so this was a little bit close, honestly. I think you're going to need a pretty high, probably plus 15, again, investment on the Lena. At the beginning, the damage was bursting so quickly, I thought we were just going to be done with the fight with 30 seconds left. But then the damage really slows down as you get to a higher percentage of the boss's health. And that's where Odi helps because of the execution. But in this team, you can't afford to run Odi and Lena both. You need the physical defense debuffs from Kruger. You need Mikola to buff up the attack for your team, and the haste. You need Coco for damage reduction, and you need Rainier for increasing the damage the boss receives. So there's no room for Odi in this team. Yeah, but this is another really effective team you can run. And with the Tide Call spell, it did pretty well. That debuff will increase the damage the boss will take and also reduces attack. So keep your team alive for longer. Okay, now moving on to the epic or the hell mode. Now for hell, I've tried multiple runs. You might think like we did a bad run to get 4.3%. This was my best run. And it's because for whatever reason, this boss as of right now, there's not a lot of good teams you can try and run. He bursts through your team so quickly. The best team I was able to do was with Binding Spell, because it gives you all of these like tanky stats, physical and magical defense and HP for your team to survive for longer. But I'm going to try it again. Someone got 10% with the same team with Binding Spell, but I just was not able to do that. My Rainier would always go down from this hit here, and then once the boss gets one kill, you know he snowballs because of the buff stacks. And then it's pretty much game over from that point on, and also your damage is reduced. So Coco goes down now. Lily May survives for quite some time. Okay, we got a new record. Wow, okay, a lot better, 5.6%. Maybe if we kept running it, it would be better. But yeah, Binding Spell is the best, not because of the effect. It's just for the tankiness, because you need that extra defenses to survive for a bit longer. So this is the one time probably you're going to have to use Binding Spell as an optimal choice in Dream Realm, because generally Binding Spell is only for AFK stages, because it takes the backmost enemy and it drops it on another enemy, but you can't do that to bosses, right? So it's just for the stats you're getting. You could try different stats, but really if you make it to hell difficulty, basically whatever you do, your team is going to die fast, unless you have Sinbad. Now here's the really cool thing. If you have Sinbad, you can get, someone has gotten I think almost 30% of the boss's health with this team. And Star-Lord also got really good score considering the fact that he has a Mythic plus Rainier. Because the people who had, like, for example, Supreme plus Rainiers, like, even higher investment of stats, then the Rainier was able to survive that beginning attack from the Lone Gaze with the Soul Pact. But I think his Rainier probably going to go down just like my Rainier. So Sinbad, I don't know exactly why he's so good for this Hell mode difficulty. It probably is the fact that the Tracker's Instinct debuff, which will reduce the attack of the boss, will allow your team to survive better. But let's take a look at it. This is really cool. So it's the same formation, but rather than Lily May in the back, it is going to be Sinbad in the back with the Resonating Spell. Okay, now the boss did not kill the Rainier yet. Now the Purple Wolves will probably kill Rainier, right? Yeah, so Rainier goes down there, but already only 6% of the boss's health has been taken. But they're just all grouped up together. Tracker's Instinct reapply, reducing the attack and also attack speed of the boss. Not by a huge amount, because the original, like the effect of your debuffs is reduced against bosses to 20% of the original effect. But yeah, 14, almost 15% with this. People have managed to get over almost 30% with this team, but I think what would have to happen is Rainier would have to survive that first onslaught of the wolves, because the thing about this team, as soon as the boss gets one kill, like we mentioned, he gains tankiness, he gains haste, he's just going to shred through your team faster, and also he's going to out-survive all the bursts that you throw at him. So that is why you're going to have Rainier like more invested if you want to get a high score. But anyway, this is not a reason to build Rainier to higher ascension. This is only for like one day where we have like a difficulty surviving in hell mode. Once we have a higher resonating level, then there's not going to be any difficulty here. So it's just the people who happen to have like a really highly ascended Rainier, they end up like being able to get better scores. But anyway, this is really cool. Two teams you can try to execute the boss. There could be more out there, but these are the two top teams I've seen, and like the lowest requirements, which are basically epic charms on all of your team, plus 15 exclusive equipment Odi, or plus 15 exclusive equipment Lena, and then you can run these teams and get an execution if you are at the level cap. Of course, you have to be at level 611 at least. So you have to have a high resonating level, like over 652, I guess. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That is going to be it for this video, and good luck getting a high score in the Lone Gaze boss. And if you guys want to join my AFK Journey Discord server, where I also share like Dream Realm team comps in the chat there, or other people share their comps, and then we have other chat modes as well, like for different game modes. You can feel free to join the link to the Discord. My Discord is in the description of this video and the description of all my videos. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next one, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.